There's stuff on this side that I don't really know because I don't really see it ever.
Do you ever look in the mirror to like see what, remind yourself what's back there?
Like, no, I don't even like, I'm just like, it's there. I was 17 when I got my first tattoo. I hid it from my parents for a very long time. I don't feel like I even needed parental consent. I don't even remember where I got it, but not super legit, I think. I got an eco sign, which is, it's kind of like a circle with a line through it, but it like looks like 16-bit, you know? So you would have to explain to somebody what it was. It's not a particularly like well done. You're like, I probably would have done that a little differently. This was right before I had my first kid, and I was just like thinking about it constantly. And there was this statue that gets hung in little boys' rooms in Japan that like is meant to inspire bravery. I went over to John Mayer's house. He had this Japanese artist who was doing the tattoo, but the guy like really didn't speak any English. I remember talking to him, the artist, and I was like, I want to have like crazy waves on one side and then kind of calm waves on the other side. Like just the idea that I was like, maybe this is what like parenthood will kind of be like, or like having a kid, you know, or whatever. And he was like, no calm waves in Japan. I was like, sure, let's just do crazy waves the whole time. The world and the land, you know, and the idea that was created and the fact that it was like this Disney movie, but it was so subversive, I always thought was really cool. This is also representative of one of my biggest tattoo issues, and that is that I literally hate getting tattooed so much. So it's really unfinished. Everyone's like, oh, it's cool how there's like no color or whatever. I'm like, well, there's supposed to be color. I just have never finished it. So there's Jack and Zero. Zero kind of like starts it. There's Sally over here. I didn't want it to be like it's not really like a sad sleeve or anything, you know, though there is a broken heart there because she, you know, wants Jack and Jack wants Christmas. There's a ghost, I think that was gonna stay kind of faded. There's pumpkins, because I always wanted pumpkins. There's the mayor, who is like one of the greatest and most underrated characters. The vampires over here. Maybe I'll get it finished at some point, I guess. This is one of my favorite tattoos, this Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. He's just such a relatable anti-hero to me, you know, like he's like going to like save his world, but then his hair like doesn't look right and he just is like, I'm so sad, I want to die. Felt kind of relatable. Me and my brother both got this tiger tattoo right here. I just learned that there's more tigers in people's backyards in Texas than there are in the wild. Google it, it's a like really crazy fact. Honey's for Bee, Silly Bear. I wrote this lullaby for my one of my kids, and that's just some of the lyrics from it. Yeah, I had friends that were in hardcore bands in Syracuse, New York. They had this tattoo spot called Halo Tattoo. They do a lot of like crown of thorns. I'm not a particularly religious person. I just like how the crown kind of looks. And it connects to this piece of my upper back that my friend Mike Ski did. He sang in this band Brothers Keeper, and he just did this weird bomb hardcore tattoo on me, which I thought was cool at the time. I got this tattoo, this keyhole tattoo, like around the time we put out From Under the Cork Tree. I don't remember. Like I think I've said once before that I got it like when our record went platinum or something, but I don't think that's actually true.
Are there any places off limits?
I can't picture getting a face tattoo. My mom would like literally murder me, I think. I hung out with Post Malone this weekend. It looks normal because it's like you can tell it's authentic like to him. I hosted this tattoo show on Oxygen for a while, and like when people owned it and like the tattoos were important to them, the tattoo would come off in a different way than if you're like, I'm like wishy-washy. I wouldn't get a tattoo if you were wishy-washy about it.